morning, good morning, good morning. It's get your paint on time. Time to get your paint on. It's Thursday, get your paint on. Get your paint on. Thursday morning time. That one kind of went on a little too long, didn't it?
That was special.
That was special. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday. It's 10 a.m. It's Privateer Press. Get your paint on. I'm your host, Dallas Kemp. And with me today, running the mix master, it looks like a DJ over there. He's actually wearing an LED headlight on his head as well.
I'm not.
Is John Swinkles. He is wearing.
Hello.
He is wearing an LED headlight. I swear.
There's no LED.
I swear. It's like a helmet. He's just wearing a robot helmet with LEDs in its face.
You're trying to make me sound like Daft Punk.
Yeah. Daft Swankles. So, what are we painting today? It looks like a Rocket Girl Ace. She's super cool looking. I freaking love this model. Jetting through there, going on a high... She looks like she's getting ready to go on a high adventure.
Yeah.
Not just a regular adventure, but a high adventure.
Well, a rocket pack will take you there.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to go anywhere, I mean, rocket pack would be the way to go. So, yeah, she looks like she's going to go on a high adventure, maybe fight Nazis or something. I don't know. She just looks like she's a movie hero. And currently, I have her painted with the new color Eldritch for Crucible Guard. But this is my model, and so I'm going to paint over it. And we're just going to paint it. And I'm going to paint her my colors. Hashtag your army your way, right?
Yes, indeedy.
Indeedy doody do. So my Crucible colors are actually very akin to the mercenary colors. I use Trader Green and stuff like that, but I maintain the orange glow for my Crucible colors. So that's kind of what we're going to go with today. We're just going to paint her up. I used this to show off the new Eldritch, which is a new color coming soon, super soon, hopefully super soon, really super soon. And that's the colors for the Crucible Guard armor. But somebody else is going to paint the studio model, so this one's mine. Womp womp. Or is it somebody? It's going to be Brendan, I think. I think Brendan's doing this one. So if anybody has any questions about that new color, I don't know what kind of questions you'd have about a new color. Everybody's seen it. It's green. It's like a teal. It's like an emerald. It's an emerald teal green. Emerald green. There we go.
And yes, Dragon Pump, this is the ace.
This is the ace. This is the ace. Going on high adventures across the land. Rocket Girl Ace. When you're a bad guy, she shows up and punch you in the face. Rocket Girl Ace. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, seriously, look at this miniature and tell me, how can you not just have fun just looking at this miniature?
Zach Bartley says, "Hey, Dallas, how's it going today?"
Hello, Zach. Super want new paints. You know what? Me too. We're going to do a little something here. We're going to do a little adjustment. Something like that. How's that? We're just going to go down a little bit there.
The reddest hands ever.
Yeah, my palm.
But it's how we get the colors right on the miniature.
Yeah. Looks weird. Making videos is... It's a tricky art. It's like stepping out of your house. You never know what's going to happen. What you're going to get swept up into. Rocket Girl Ace.
I've got that stuck in my head now.
I know, right? How awesome of a Saturday morning cartoon would she be?
We're going to go up a little bit. That's about as far as it'll let me go up. But we can center her a little bit more so your digits are out the way.
I think she needs a... Like, if she was a Saturday morning cartoon... Not a Saturday morning cartoon. But she could be a Saturday morning cartoon. She was my kind of cartoon. I think she needs like a spunky sidekick love interest. They just go on high adventures together. Like trying to rescue like mystical stones from the hands of bad guys. What? She's so pulpy. It's awesome. I think that's like some of my, like, for me, the appeal of the Crucible definitely has a lot of that. Although it's very rooted in Iron Kingdoms and that steampunk.
Oh, yeah.
It's very pulpy, right?
High adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all a radio play. Join us next time when Rocket Girl Ace fights the Masked Menace.
All right, that's too much fun.
We need Mike Ryan in here for this.
Do we, though?
Oh, no, that's not true.
Okay. Also, he's not here today, I think.
Oh, is he not here today?
I think he's doing stuff.
I haven't been upstairs in his office yet, so I've been busy doing other things. Didn't realize. Hadn't had to converse with him yet.
You've been taking care of yourself.
Taking care of man, I always treat myself. I'm always taking care of myself.
Jeff Hanley says she needs a robotic sidekick like Mr. Clog, but robot, and it's in robot love with her.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that too. Little. Oh, I'm seeing it now. Like when she thanks him, like little hearts shoot out of his head. He's like, oh, meh. Rocket Girl Ace. Punching bad guys in the face. Rocket Girl Ace.
What color are you hunting for?
You know what? I couldn't find Trader Green earlier today, but I have 2 brown inks. What? I think I'm going to put a wash on her pants. I think I'm going to go with because I got to wait for that to dry, so I might as well put a wash on them pants.
Yep.
So, bloop, bloop. Just going to get some of that out there.
What was it? Calcite flash wash?
Calcite flash wash, yeah. I'm going to start toning these pants in to brown. Rocket Girl Ace. The Crucible CID has what? One more week?
This is the last week. Ends on Friday.
It ends Friday.
Tomorrow. End of day.
End of day.
The Journeyman Zeros will go on a little bit longer, I think. But
so people need to be getting their information in on this.
They do. Just like Hungerford and Pagani we were talking about yesterday. Get those battle reports in.
Yep. Get them in. Get those battle reports in. Let's lock these suckers down.
Raven says, are the colors to match your army? Looks like you're Prospero.
Yes. This is to match my army.
And Steven asks if her gun shoots fist-shaped bullets for punching people in the face.
It does now. Oh my gosh, look how much fun she's having.
Takaroth says, which show was it that Dallas showed us how to sculpt candles? And I think it was a Get Your Paint On.
Sculpt candles. Man, I've done so many.
We talked about it on your Dracodile, your zombie Dracodile.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was Get Your Paint On, yeah.
Yep. So if you go back and look for the ones that say Dracodile on the cover image, you will find them.
Have I actually sculpted candles on live stream?
You talked about it and you kind of pointed at it. I think you even did like a little divot in one and whatnot.
Should we? I mean, I can do that. Get Your Paint On. I got some projects that can totally. Oh my gosh, I have a project that totally uses candles. I've not started because we've just been doing other stuff. But I have a Company of Iron project that utilizes the poop out of candles.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Company of Iron. Not terribly long ago, but a little bit ago, there was this Forge Your Company of Iron contest that we did.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
I'm going to have news about that soon, about how that's shaping up.
Yeah, I've seen some things.
It's gonna be dope.
I've seen some things.
Have you? Have you seen some
I
things?
have seen some things. It's pretty dope. When I say things and then I say it, then you kind of maybe know what I'm talking about.
Seth asks, what kind of paints would you use for painting an albino or desert dracodile?
Bastion Gray, Minoth White, uh, Bastion Gray, Ironhull Gray, Minoth White Highlight, um, Sickly Skin, Carnal Pink. Those would be my start. That'd be where I'm at.
Seems legit.
Yeah, that'd be where I'd start playing around at.
And then Alec was asking if you think you might add some smoke or fire, or is she just kind of gliding at the moment?
I don't think I'm going to add smoke or fire.
Are you moving the camera on me again?
I did. I had to. I don't quite have a set. So we're trying a new setup, and I apologize.
Stop moving. Oh, my God.
We're trying a new setup, and it's not quite where I need it.
It is not John-friendly.
Yeah, well, this is all new today. We're trying some new stuff out. So I apologize.
Or at least warn me when you're going to so I can be ready.
Oh, okay. I'll make you ready. What were we talking about? I lost track.
Smoke or fire, or is she just gliding?
Just gliding, I think. I thought about popping her off her flight stand and doing some.
And that pose, it kind of looks like she just like broke the cloud line.
Yeah.
Cut the engines, right? And is drifting for a second, looking where she's going to like swoop down and drop some bombs and shoot some dudes in the face.
Oh, she's totally going to shoot some dudes in the face. That's totally going to happen. Because she's a rocket girl ace.
Jeff says, I remember Dallas's Forge Your Own Company idea, Anastasia DeBray and Hutchuck, another Saturday morning cartoon dynamic duo.
I'm telling you.
I may or may not have something like that in the works myself.
Yeah, I don't quite have this where I need it, but we're getting there.
Seth is suggesting that I add some syrup to the camera so you stop moving it, because then it's just right where you...
Num, 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 num. Oh, I mean, it's right in the way. I swear. I swear. I swear. I swear. Yeah, we don't quite have this down. Also, I'm sitting, and I hate sitting while painting. It's not comfortable for me.
Clink, clink, clink.
This thing's right in my face. Man, I'm all full of Saturday morning cartoon ideas. Somebody get me in touch with somebody in California.
And in case anyone's wondering, Dallas has a book on the table in front of him there that you can kind of see the edges of. It's called reference material.
Oh yeah, I'm totally using the reference of the Trader Green Mercenary Painting Guide from the Mark II Mercenary book. Like, I always use paint references. Always. When I see people not using paint references, I'm just like, how do you paint? How do you do that? Just a little shade. Okay, so I'm shading with, I painted Trader Green.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm laying down some Thornwood.
Thornwood green.
Into those shadows. Just keeping it nice and easy.
And I know you've pointed out before, but I like how you're using your pinky finger to stabilize the miniature while you're painting.
Oh yeah. Just boop. Just boop. I don't know if they can hear Lyle talking, but I can hear Lyle talking and it's hilarious.
He doesn't come through in my feed. But yeah, he's very animated about something.
Yeah.
It's too muffled though.
You can hear that clank clank though, can't you?
Show can. And then, of course, the camera wobble that accompanies it.
Dang. This thing is right in my face.
Well, you moved it there.
I know. I'm trying to get comfortable. It's like I need to learn some ergonomics, which I may or may not have shot a video for.
Ironclad Future says her face looks really good on camera. It does. It's a very well sculpted face.
This whole miniature just looks fantastic, but I agree.
It's not often we get miniatures that like the miniature kind of captures a certain amount of joy. This one does.
Yeah, this girl screams just joy in my.
I'm having a good time rocketing all over the place.
Yep. She's like, you know what I do? Rocket. Like a Def Leppard song.
Sabian says he wants to paint all his Rocketmen like Top Gun style pilots. I dig it.
Sure. Get in there and do it.
Speaking of getting your hands on Crucible Guard, your first chance to do so is going to be at Lock and Load this June.
That's so close.
pplockandload.com. You can get your tickets, look at the event info, register for any events you want to participate in, book your hotel room, all that good stuff. pplockandload.com.
.com.
Travis asks if you are Team Rocket.
Over what? Team what? Oh, wait, is that a joke? Or is
I think it was an attempt at a joke.
Oh, okay. Because, I mean, is there anything to... So whatever, it's Team Piggyback, Team Murder Crow, Team... Nayslayers. Like, that's not happening with Crucible Guard. That I've seen. And I'm in the Crucible Guard
So,
groups.
Team Rocket or Team Rayless?
Team Rocket or Rayless?
Yeah.
Why not both?
Rocket Rayless! That seems like it would jump the shark.
Literally.
Nailed it.
Yeah, so the Rayless Interceptor looks freaking awesome.
Is that Rinflesh? Which?
Oh, this is Midland.
Midland. Okay.
Little Midland flush. See if I can get underneath her nose there, because the camera's in my way. The Rayless Interceptor looks amazing. McKay looks amazing. The Rocketmen look amazing. Like
I always forget the name
in.
of the gal that's kind of like Ripley from Aliens, that has like the power armor.
Locke?
Yes.
Locke looks amazing.
Yeah, I saw the mini for her the other day. Oh my god, it's cooler than I thought it would be.
Yeah, she's super good. Yeah, we did a lot of work on her. Got her where she's at. She looks great.
Dragon Pup is asking if the Rayless will be through Black Anchor Heavy Industries as far as its distribution method. I'm not 100% sure.
I would think that it is.
I imagine it will be, but I'm honestly not certain yet. I don't have it on my product stuff, but I'm in marketing. They can't give me secrets because I talk about things.
Yeah. I mean, it's resin metal. I would assume.
That would be my guess, but it's just that, a guess. Americ asks, what miniature is this? This is the Rocketman Ace.
Rocketman Ace coming at you all over the place. And when I say all over, I mean from the sky.
You suddenly got turbo hype on me there.
What was that?
You suddenly got turbo hype on me.
Turbo hype! Watch out! You gotta turn the microphone down, 'cause I'm gonna sing a song now. Because my talking voice is all like, I'm just talking. And then my singing voice is all like, I'm like singing! Where the heck is...
Why can't you keep track of your paints, dog?
Because my paints are for traveling.
What are you looking for?
Man, I just want some Battlefield Brown. That's all I really want. Oh, look, there's some paints. What are these? Battlefield Brown. Hashtag nailed it. Hashtag nailed it. Scoodly-doo-doo. Ba-dang.
And join us next Thursday for Find Your Paint On.
That's right. Welcome to Find Your Paint On.
Andrew asks if we're doing pre-order style at Lock and Load like last year. I do not have final details on that yet. That's another one where I would imagine so, but I am not sure until JR tells me so.
Trots Kidium. Oh, I don't know how to say that name.
Trotsky DM.
Says, welcome to the 90s. What's wrong with the 90s? Or meanwhile, back to the 90s. Like, what's wrong with the 90s? Like you said, it's like a negative. The 90s was awesome. 90s was dope.
It was also pretty silly.
And amazing.
Yes, the audio was a little bit quiet for a minute because Dallas was being super hype, so I had to turn it down.
I was getting hype.
Just a little bit so that I didn't blow out people's eardrums.
I was getting out of control. Like a loose cannon.
Like a loose rocket.
That rocket is loose.
Jeff wants a movie called Sisterhood of the Traveling Paints, a Dallas Kemp production.
Oh man, that'd be great. My paints have to go to a lot of shows, and I share them with people, and like sometimes paints get left behind, and then I get back to the studio, and it's time for get your paint on, and John's like, let's go, and I'm like, I'm trying, and it's like, hey, it's time to go, we're live, and I'm like, oh no, and it's like, where's your Battlefield Brown? And I'm like, whoops. There's my story.
It's almost exactly like that.
It's literally just like that.
Swizzle, swizzle, swizzle.
Is that loud? I don't know. I can't tell.
It's loud enough. I don't find it annoying.
That's part of painting.
It is
We
very
don't
much
cut
part
that.
of painting. No, that's that. The swizzle stays in the picture.
That's how you know it's authentic.
You're still using Battlefield Brown for the shading?
This is the Thornwood Green. I mixed Battlefield Brown and Idrian Flesh and shaded her face.
I thought it was Midland Flesh.
It was Midland Flesh base, and I mixed Battlefield Brown, Idrian Flesh together to make a shade. Now I'm going back to the armor. I'm going to snap back to reality.
Trying to keep all these paint swatches on point is the greatest challenge.
I know. I just rampaged through paint, don't I? Because I'm a loose cannon. Next up is going to be some of that sweet Crix Bane base. Yeah, it's Idrian Flesh mixed with Battlefield Brown to shade that skin. And then I'll be going a little darker on that here in a little bit. Gotta get rid of that emerald still. That emerald's coming through pretty good.
Alex says, I always hear Dallas looking through what sounds like a box of paints. That is exactly what he's doing. I would have expected you to have a giant organized paint rack. We do have one of those, but it's a prop.
Yeah, that's fake. That's a printout.
And Felipe just asked if any of these videos are on YouTube. Yes, they all are. Shortly after they air, they end up on YouTube. Sometimes a day later, it just depends on the encoding and stuff like that. Andrew's curious what her company of iron name would be.
Oh my gosh. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of this.
Samantha Skyburster.
Ooh, we're done.
Nailed it in one. It might be what mine's name is.
Samantha Skyburster is really good. But she hates Samantha. Only her dad calls her Samantha.
She prefers Sam.
She prefers Sam because her dad died.
And he was the only one that was allowed to call her Samantha.
That's right.
Her robot friend, Prospero, is allowed to call her Sammy, though.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to build a... yeah, I do need to watch...
I am so putting her and Prospero in this in my company.
Yeah, that's what mine is Prospero and her, and then I need to find what other stuff I want. But it's totally going to be like a pulp action Company of Iron Force is what I'm building. There's some alchemist stuff. I was looking at the combat alchemists. Those guys might make it. I could see a trio of little alchemist dudes. I don't know what else I'm going to take. I haven't put a lot of thought. I've been working on other Company of Irons, so. But definitely her and Prospero are in my Company of Iron. Even though Prospero's not
Samantha
legal.
Face Puncher Skyburster.
She is a face puncher. She punches all the bad guys right in the schnoz. Right in the snoot. She boops.
Seth was wondering if you're going to be doing the lines in the flight suit a different color than brown, or is it just going to be like a darker brown shade?
It'll probably be like dark, like blackish brown.
Get a little umber up and down.
Yeah, a little umber mixed with thornwood, or not thornwood, Thamar black, something like that. Something like that is probably going to happen. Actually, probably here.
Maintaining those earth tones, that mercenary feel.
Yeah, I definitely want my Company of Iron Crucible to feel very mercenary. Like they're not part of the Crucible. They're just pulpy.
My Company of Iron ones are going to have a very bronze and muted greens and browns going on. Because they're an adventure squad.
I want to see her go up against, like, this girl needs to go up against her Kova.
Ooh, Seth has a better nickname. So she's Samantha Skyburster, but he suggested Samantha Short Fuse Skyburster.
Short Fuse is good.
I like it. Pope Ketrick says Polly the Punisher. That seems more like an Anastasia Debray to me.
Man, I really like Samantha.
It just worked. She comes from a long and prestigious line of Skybursters.
Well, you're going to call yours Skyburster. I can't call mine Skyburster. This is not working. I can't see where I want to go here.
Sabian's like, Samantha Skyburster and her Sky Squire every Saturday, 10 a.m. PST. I dig it.
I think I'm going to go... I'm keeping the Samantha. And I'm going to call her Samantha Skyrider.
You're taking my name?
Yeah. Taking Samantha. Samantha's too good to pass up. There can be more than one Samantha.
I suppose. I do not have any Crucible Guard models yet, though, so it's going to take me a minute before I can catch up, and then we can play games at lock and load.
Give me a name better than Samantha. Samantha's just too good of a name. So good.
Do you like how I embiggened the chat for you a bit?
Yeah, that works way better.
Makes it a little bit easier to see.
What do we do?
Oh my god. Our Samanthas can have a sky duel.
Yeah, sky duelers. Felipe SO, where will I find a rotating mini mount? This is literally just a microphone stand that I just blue tack on a primer lid.
And it's purely for shooting video.
Yeah, I don't like it. I definitely don't like it for painting. But for shooting videos, it keeps everybody off my back. Because I tend to get out of frame. Because I'm a loose cannon. Samantha's short fuse. God, that's so good.
Will Pagani has joined us in chat. Hello.
Hello.
He says, this model, so incredible. It's a true story.
Oh, this model's so
Like,
good.
I am so excited for all the different sculpts I've seen for the Crucible Guard. I am so stoked.
Well, I may or may not have a Vulcan sitting on my desk.
Oh, snap. Is that going with you to Kingdom Come?
It's not going to Kingdom Con.
Okay. What is going with you to Kingdom Con?
Well, we're definitely taking Monpok to Kingdom Con.
Are we?
So if you haven't seen Monpok,
Like for realsy reels?
what do you mean? Like the painted ones, yeah.
Oh, snap.
Studio paint job. Monpok will be at Kingdom Con in case nobody's seen those. You can see them in real life at Kingdom Con. Probably a bunch of other stuff.
Becky says, gorgeous. I want to go home and paint. Go home and paint. Take day off.
Take
Paint.
day off.
Get your paint on.
Just punch out. All right, let's start shading that face a little bit more.
Steve Hall says, please tell me the Monpok release will be at Lock and Load. I don't know if it's going to be quite ready yet. Don't know yet. But apparently he needs his Planet Eaters, and I don't disagree with that sentiment.
Sure. I need my Planet Eaters.
Sabian says, hey Dallas, is there a video on battle damage yet? Sure enough.
Sure enough.
I believe that one is a P3 Presents. Weathering effects.
Yes.
And Avalancher, I think you did some stuff on the shield. Yeah. So go back to some of the early episodes of Formula P3 Presents, which you can find at youtube.com/PrivateerPressPrime. Travis is just throwing out name after name for Samantha for her last name.
Sorry, I got zoned in there for a moment.
You did. You were like in the moment. Seth Conrad suggests Cynthia Afterburn Nightwind.
Whoa.
Mr. Diaz does point out that one of the models you use for weathering is the Hyperion, which is also true. I think there's even an insider on that one.
Helios. No.
You did the glow effect on the Helios.
I did a glow effect tutorial on Helios. I did a weathering on. Well, I did the hairspray technique weathering on the Helios as well.
And then we have a guest blog on privateerpress.com from Lauren that has some weathering effects on Crix.
Yes.
On a Seether, I believe. Might be an inflector. I don't remember.
And I believe Mr. Brendan Roy just did another video of another type of weathering.
True story.
We got you, fam.
Yeah, all kinds of videos in the library, more videos coming out because there's lots of different ways to do things. Like, we'll never run out.
Literally cannot run out. Literally cannot run out.
No, the super metallic effect, Jeff, was on my Helios.
That was another Helios. Poor Helios. Helios has been used a lot.
Yeah. That one got P3 weathering widgeted.
Widgeted rough. Samantha Slipstream, I just saw Sebby and Asher says. That's pretty good. I like that.
I also like Raven Skyrider. It's pretty good.
Ooh, Raven Skyrider. That's pretty good.
Dark Wizard.
I like Skyrider. I like Skyrider. That's pretty good. Tortoran Ace Rock. What? DeGrata? Samantha DeGrata?
I think Travis is just coming up with words. So, Trotsky DM just said, any tips on a desert theme? Rewatch the beginning of this video. We actually answered someone else's question about the same thing.
Yeah, that was Desert Albino.
Desert and or albino.
Yeah, I think for desert, the big thing is just using your brown. So use like Beast Hide, Idrian Flesh,
Scritch.
Umber Lumber, Battlefield Brown. Add in a little reds as accent, but use Scorn Red, but tone it down. That way you can really, you want to mute down the Scorn Red a little bit. It gives it a better feel. Adding some yellows.
Yellows are good.
Especially not the bright yellows, but your moldy ochre. What's that other color? Rucksack tans. Those are super good colors too.
Hammerfall Khaki.
Hammerfall Khakis. Those are all good colors.
That's a great base one if you're looking for the lighter colors. It has that little bit of green to it, so you can contrast it with some warms with that.
Yeah. Mid-Off White highlight, Mid-Off White base, of course. Stuff like that. Like, you want to find those neutral tones and then use your red desaturated to kind of accent it. Be nice. That's some generic tips. Generical tips. I'm going to make a wash out of my brown, or my Kazite Flesh Wash. Kazite Flesh Wash and brown ink. No, Kazite Flesh Wash and Thamar Black. Drip, drip, drip. Maybe a touch of mixing medium. Something like that. Mix it up. Let's shade my little flight suit here.
Felipe says, stealing a little bit from James Bond, Samantha, Skyfall.
Ooh. There's no stealing in art. There's just clever appropriations.
So Josh is asking, Dallas and John, what did you guys do before Privateer Press? You were freelance right before, right?
Right before, I was a freelance painter. Actually, right before I was doing freelance work for No Quarter. I got a bunch of articles. Not a bunch, I guess. I got quite a few articles in No Quarter, between 55 and 72, I guess, in that time frame.
As far as myself, I was sailing from the Netherlands to Britain, raiding coastal villages and delivering grilled food. So instead of like like butchering and slaughtering people, I brought them delicious grilled meats.
I guess that's one way to spend an evening.
And Scandinavian death metal.
But further out, people are sometimes surprised. Like, I spent most of my time in a kitchen.
Gourmet chefing.
I was not gourmet chef. I was fast food restaurant management. I I was a fast food manager. I managed a restaurant for a while and was in restaurant management for a long time. So
Yes, Josh, it's like being a Viking, but I'm one of the 5 lords of the grill, so my job is to deliver grilled meats. I believe Pagani may be one of the other 5.
the guy doesn't grill without me. That's just a rule. Man, I've had all kinds of jobs.
Yeah, but actually right before this, I was at a different studio doing organized play development and stuff, kind of like what Hungerford does.
Cruzy was in restaurants as well. That's one of the things.
Not terribly long before that previous job, I also worked in a restaurant. There's a lot of us.
Yep. Oh, we're having a much more subdued conversation today. It's very relaxing conversation. Just having fun painting. Just having a little.
Jeff thought maybe you used to be a used car salesman.
I actually had that. I dated a girl whose aunt owned a car lot, and she always was trying to get me to come work for her. Because she always said, Dallas, come work for me because you can sell sand to a man in the desert.
Felipe was asking if there's an option to have her mask on.
No.
I don't think we have that head option for her.
There is not.
Doesn't mean you couldn't sculpt it, but
yeah, you can sculpt it.
Not in the blister, as it were.
Would love to see that, actually. To be perfectly
well, there's a
honest.
couple heads you could use. So, like, in theory, you could swap her head out for Alara 2 and cut off the pigtails, unless you wanted to keep the pigtails.
Yeah. Her head's a little tucked in there, but it's totally doable.
I'm trying to think of other lady heads we've got that have the goggles down, and I'm not coming up with many. A lot of them have them on their forehead. Because we want to be able to see the eyes, right? Like, the eyes are like where you get a lot of your expression and a lot of the way to bring focus to the face.
Sure.
So, like, the ridge of the nose and the eyebrow line and stuff like that draws your eyes into their eyes.
A goggle down pose would be pretty cool on her.
It'd be neat, yeah. Christian Lawrence says, Cheryl, Company of Iron Crucible Guard pulp team led by Margaret Moxie DeBrasco, flying around the corner of a diner jetpacking away from a giant unseen purple glow as from the opposite direction the Strange Light Workshop crew goes running into the fray.
Amazing.
I dig it. If Matt was in here right now, Mr. Matt Gatz, he'd probably approve that.
Probably. He'd be like, and done.
Seth Conrad suggests Samantha Steelwing Raventhorn.
I'm liking Steelwing. Let's put some black up in the torso area here. It can all be shaded down. Camouflage my paint job. My sloppiness. See her little mask is here on her hip over here. Mm-hmm. That's where a mask is at.
Well, and you could always take one of the heads from one of the other Rocketmen that does have the mask on.
Yeah, with a little work, it could totally be doable. Like, I think it's totally doable with a little work.
So Dark Wizard says, sometimes I find myself just looking into the eyes of my models, wondering how I'm ever going to paint them right. Well, if you want a little bit of help with that, there's a video coming soon on painting eyes.
Yeah, I mean, if I got to it today, I would have painted these eyes, but I'm not going to get to it.
Jeff says, Camilla, Cammy, Chemtrail.
No.
Oh, what's your squadron gonna be called? I'm not going to say mine because I don't want you to steal it.
I don't steal anything. Samantha was thrown out. We're painting. Whatever her name is, her heart will make a delicious snack for the Lord of the Feast. Thanks, Steve. You're terrible.
And or his Thorn buddies.
What was that question again? Oh, the squad? I don't have a name for the squad. Speedy McHigh Jump. Good Lord. Thanks, Trots.
Just waiting for things to dry a little bit.
Yeah, I'm just I'm kind of reading the chat and thinking about it. I got wrapped up in name thought, so I kind of pulled back away from the paint, and I was just like, name. So I was gonna
say I can hit the mute button. Your blow dryer's right over there.
Oh no, we're not gonna do that. Oh, this is the blow dryer. Oh, it says it's off.
The Arcane Blue Angels. I love it.
That's awesome.
Depending on her hair color, Tagaroth says you could go with something like Yellowhawk, Ravenhawk, Red or Firehawk for the last part of the name. True story.
True story. Pig iron.
Oh, yes. Unfortunately, Jeff, Sam and the Devil Dogs for a squad name is already taken.
That's true.
But that's Sam McHorn. It's a different Sam.
You know what? If I could just choose any model.
Starlit Skyrider.
To just have a resculpt. I would choose Sam McHorn.
It's a pretty good choice. I would love to see a different version.
I would love a resculpt to Sam.
Trotsky asks, is this a character or just a member of the unit? This is a character. This is a solo.
She's not a character, though.
No, she's just a solo.
Right, she's a solo. She's a solo.
Tammy Top Gun Cruise.
Oh my gosh. God, I love naming people. I love naming characters in on Get Your Paint On. It's like one of my favorite things.
The Wailing Wind Riders.
Wind Riders is pretty good. Oh my God, I got it. Ready?
Ready.
Joan Jetstream.
You can't see my face right now, but I'm so happy.
Joan Jetstream. Get it?
I do.
Okay, good. Joan Jetstream. So I'm just using pig iron. I'm going to paint in some pig iron on all this metals.
Pig iron!
Probably use glazes to make the golds, the bronzes and stuff.
Pig iron, you are hiding from me.
Where are you at, pig iron?
There. Found it.
So let me think about what I want to be metal on the gun.
Everything is metal.
No, I think this gun, yeah, well, would the stock be metal? I'm not sure.
No, the stock's wood.
That a little bit, yeah.
Leather wrapped wood, yep.
That's metal. This is metal. That's metal. This is metal. For gosh darn sure.
Danny Darkwind and the Half Hour of Power.
Kind of like Danny Darkwind, too. I don't know if it's beating Joan what did I say? Jetstream.
I was going to be like, really?
I was going to say Jet Blast, and I was like, that didn't sound... I don't think
Joan and the Jet Streams. Or Joan and the Jet Streamers.
Wind Riders, Windbreakers.
Seth Conrad's like, Joan Jetstream, leader of the insert name when I come up with one. Felipe suggests a wood foregrip on the gun.
Yeah, we're going wood foregrip. Yeah, we're definitely going wood foregrip. Definitely. I just gotta get the little parts painted silver.
Travis, even if Wind Riders is totally Eldar, we do what we want. It's Company of Iron. Company of Iron, you do what you want. Benny with an I and the Jets.
Oh, that's adorable.
Thank you, Justin.
Oh boy.
And Joshua also points out that Wind Riders reminds him too much of World of Warcraft. Again, Company of Iron, we do what we want. Wind Tamers. Seth Conrad says. I kind of dig that one.
The Dust Busters. No. The Sky Blasters.
So what color are we doing now? Still just pig iron?
No, this is Hammerfall Khaki. I'm just painting her little fruff. Just putting that little color on there, that little fruff color. Little fur collar.
I still contend that Hammerfall Khaki is a great base color for desert-y colored stuff.
Yeah. Sure.
And Idrian Flesh, like turned into a little bit of a wash or blended properly, is really good for like that sandy wind burn that people get on their face.
Yeah, definitely if you add a little Scorn Red in there.
Just a little bit.
So.
Just a little. Maybe even just a touch of Carnal Pink to lighten it up.
This is not perfect. Does it have to be?
Her face is so happy.
I know, she's a happy girl. Can't wait to shade and highlight it. I'm just starting to block in a little highlighting on this brown.
We've actually gotten a lot done on her.
Yeah, pretty happy. So far. Can't complain. I feel like her gloves should be black. I think I might change these gloves to black.
The part under the gauntlets, yeah.
Yeah, these, like the actual finger parts. Might change those to black.
Tagroth says, the Flying Argonauts.
Okay, I can see where that's going, yeah. Kind of need to see your color concept. I feel like I'm missing understanding what some of these elements are. I'm going to use texture. I'm just going to use little dots to highlight this leathers. Kind of get some texture in there. Probably go back and repaint these straps all black. And we'll see how I feel. I don't know what color to make her hair yet.
Yeah, that's like, for some reason, she seems like a dirty blonde to me. Like, or that kind of mousy brown.
Kind of mousy brown, dirty, blonde, like, sure.
Like less red, more golden.
So like Haley?
No, dirtier.
Okay.
Just on the browner side versus the redder side.
Sure. She came to drop bombs.
I dig it.
Girl's got a little stack of bombs on her hip. So we go full tilt on somebody.
Jeff Hanley says, neon pink?
You know, I kind of want to give her like a funky hair color.
Felipe says fire red with freckles.
I can totally do that. That'd be fun.
Seth says, John, what's my squadron? My brain just forgot the second part. Good thing I put it into Company of Iron already. Not with Crucible Guard, but with just a mercenary thing. Mine are the Aether Core.
Aether Core.
Yeah, that fun little AE.
Mm-hmm.
Steampunk as hell.
Oh, it's so steampunky.
But it just fits these the Rocketman and the Ace and the Rocket Girl Rider and just having all of them. Justin says a bright blue for the hair, maybe even teal.
You know what? Teal would be good because then I can bring in the studio color into my...
I thought maybe you might use that on the goggles for the lenses.
Yeah.
Or maybe her belt buckle has a glow to it, or the jetpack does.
Well, the glow, I'm using the orange.
Oh, okay. So you are using the orange.
Yep. I'm still using the orange glow for Crucible Guard on my scheme. I'm just messing with the base colors. But I kind of like the idea of bringing that teal in with her hair.
Because, I mean, they're daredevils, right?
Yeah.
Like, these rocket packs probably explode more often than not.
More often than they want to admit.
Yeah. It's the Iron Kingdoms. Remember, nothing ever works well. There are always casualties.
There's always
And when
casualties.
you have people that daring and that willing to risk things, they probably do extravagant stuff with their hair, so I could see that. Like mostly that teal color, but with like a hot pink streak.
Sure. That's totally doable.
Samantha Stardust Skyrider. Bring a little 80s into it.
Totally 80s.
Jeff Hanley says, if they're going to be the Arcane Blue Angels, then Arcane Blue hair fits. Seth says, Joan Jetstream and the Sky Otters. Probably alluding to the argument you had with Hungerford last week.
Otters are the best. Hungerford's so wrong. You know how I can prove it? Compare how many memes there are of otters compared to how many memes there are of whatever those silly little animals he likes are.
Von Heiliger says Dirty Blonde was his exact thought. Figgins just opened a bunch of P3 paints. Is that the first time you're opening them? I was sitting on them for about 4 years. What have I been missing? Well, there you go.
You've been missing a lot. Welcome aboard. Tell you, them P3 paints, they're versatile. They do things.
They do a lot.
The proof is in the pudding.
Like, the amount of time I actually use mixing medium is actually pretty slim because, for me, they just mix really well.
Yeah, mixing medium's not for mixing. Mixing medium, I mean, the word
Well,
is
in
there
other
again.
paint lines, you do kind of need to use a little something
Sure,
to
sure.
get the pigments to blend properly.
But the mixing medium is to create translucencies, loosen that paint up. But yeah, they're super smooth. They're super high pigment value. Like, they're just tasty.
Not literally tasty.
Not
Privateer
literally.
Press does not condone the eating of paint. But yes, Trots, as Dallas just said, the mixing medium is actually for helping loosen things up a little bit. So when you don't want to oversaturate necessarily with some of the pigments, it's a good way to kind of even it out, if you will.
Yeah.
Tone it down some.
You make a wash with it. That's how you make a good wash out of an opaque paint. It creates translucency, so it helps with things like blending your highlight skin tone. Is what I use it a lot for. Things like that. Like, it's not really, I need to help mix my paint. Like, it's not necessarily for that.
John Castaneda says, when is the Crucible Guard expected to be released? Right now, pre-release will be at Lock and Load, and then its official release will be shortly to follow, very early fall, I believe. I don't have an exact date yet, though.
Pre-release at Lock and Load. Come to Lock and Load. Hang out at Lock and Load, cause all of us will be there.
Not only that, but then you get to paint in person with Dallas.
You get
and Brendan.
And
Jordan.
And Jordan. And you get to hang out with Doug Hamilton, because he'll be sculpting. And Nathan Lombardi, because he'll be sculpting. And you get to hang out with Danny Samuels, because he'll be doing some crazy, like, terrain thing or something. I'm not sure what he's doing. I mean, I know what he's doing. And you get to hang out with Will Schick, Will Pagani, Will Hungerford, Will Osh Schoonover. You just get to do all the cool stuff. You get to hang out with Doug Seacat, you know, Jason Souls, the whole crew.
Literally.
The whole crew. Play games.
Sabian says, are there any competitions for dioramas for the P3 Grandmasters?
Yes, there's a diorama. There's a diorama category.
There show is. So you can actually, Sabian, you can enter in that at Lock and Load and or Gen Con.
Let me reward you.
And the best reward is not necessarily the prize, though the prizes are dope. The best reward is getting to hang out with Ron and Dallas and Jordan and everybody else that is painting professionally here at Privateer Press and get some critique, and your painting gets better.
Yeah, come get feedback. That's what it's about, man. Getting that feedback. Feedback's super important. Super important.
But Sabian has a really cool idea, and he's going to do it no matter what. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Do it. Share it. Let me see it. I want to see it. I totes want to see it. Even if you don't come to Lock and Load or Gen Con, tag me on Facebook. Let me see it.
And John Castaneda says, thank you for pronouncing my name right. You're welcome. I'm not really sure how people mess that up.
Oh, I would have messed it up.
Von Hager says, the more paint you put on this model, the more he wants it. Me too.
Haha, gotcha.
You've discovered our nefarious plan.
It's been an elaborate ruse.
Oh, you need to lean away from the microphone on the camera.
Oh,
yep.
sorry.
It creates feedback.
I was going to show you one more thing.
Show me one more thing.
So in case you haven't seen this is the new orange glow color.
Is that the Inferno?
Inferno orange.
It's a little desaturated on this one so that we could get the green tones right, but if you keep it behind her, it should look all right. Yeah, it's a little desaturated, but that's okay.
It's a little desaturated. It's not as
I will bring up the Swizzaches.
Look how punchy it is.
Oh, there we go. The one on the right is looking good.
That's that's Kato Red Highlight. This is Inferno Orange. They're totes different.
But I've got a swatch. So I will bring up the Kato Red Highlight
Since we were talking about colors.
Boom. There it is on the bottom right. And on the bottom left.
You got a swatch for the other one too?
I believe so.
Dope.
Inferno Orange. There it is.
There it is.
Boom. So there we go. We've got them.
Yeah.
Depending on your monitor, phone, whatever you're looking at home, depending on how true color it is, those are what they will look like when they dry.
Basically.
Pretty damn close.
Pretty darn close. I'm mixing a color.
Is there a metallic color in that new set?
Yeah, boiler. Well, so far I've shown.
You gotta watch that microphone being on top of the camera. It creates feedback.
Sorry, boiler black. So it's a semi-metallic. Do you have a swatch of that?
I'm looking. I might. Go to the top right. I do. Shazam! Tony left me prepared. What base color are you using there?
This is a mix of Scorn Red and something that was on my palette.
Something like you're just looking at it and you're like, yeah, that'll do.
That'll do.
You are rubbing your microphone on the stand. Thank you.
I don't know what to do.
Said Scorn Red.
Yeah, mixed with some. It's probably Battlefield Brown and something else.
I'm just going to bring up Scorn Red because we know that one for sure, and I'll leave the other Crucible Guard colors up for a minute.
Okay.
Sculptor Nate Brooks says he wants Boiler Black right now.
Right now! Sculptor Nate Brooks, I would totally send you a bottle.
And the reason Felipe was asking is because Blighted Gold is one of his favorite colors because of how it reacts with light. I agree. It is a really cool color. I also really like Roulette Gold and Beaten Bronze.
Molten Bronze?
Molten Bronze, yeah. Justin asks, the new paint's coming sooner or later? Sooner, but later.
That's pretty accurate.
Seth suggested the Flying Fury. However, if you do make them all female, the Flying Furies would be pretty cool.
Oh, that's so good. I wonder if I can do that. I think I can do that. I'm pretty sure I can do that. There's got to be.
Yeah.
Yep, Felipe, there are new paints, and they're dope. The dopes.
John, I hope we'll have them at Lock and Load, the new paints that is. He was asking when they'll be available. I'm not certain on that one yet. The order is in. That's what I know.
I know a lot. I'm just keeping quiet.
Well, look at you go.
I mean, it's my job to know where those are at.
For sure. What percentage chance would you give it? Conservative percentage chance of them being available at Lock and Load with the Crucible Guard? 80? 90? 95? 100? So somewhere between 95 and 100%?
Yeah.
Sam and the Iron Valkyries. Josh wins.
Iron Valkyries.
Though that's almost the Pharaoh Valkyries, but I still dig it.
I mean, that's all right. We have lots of things with Vanguard in the name.
John asks, he assumes that the Inferno Orange is for the exhaust.
Inferno Orange is for the glow, the
Yeah.
alchemical glow of the Crucible Guard. So that's what that. I mean, you can use it for anything. We also used Inferno Orange on the guard models.
Mm-hmm,
So the Monpok definitely got some Inferno Orange because it works really good for that orange color that you see on Crucible, not Crucible Guard, but Crucible Guard and Guard.
Which I'll bring up in just a second. So first up here, we'll swing over here to where I can show people stuff. And right now it is showing us that we have 7 days left for you to order Alton Van Helsing at mini-crate.com. So, well, that's good information.
We haven't shown the next one yet.
Not yet. That one will be ready very soon for showing. So let's go ahead and change this to monsterapocalypse.com. Apply. And that'll take a second to load because it's dope.
Loading.
Skadoosh. Sound effects are important.
God, I love those G-Tanks. Oh!
So if you take a look at the orange on the back of Defender X's rockets there, or his wingly bits, whatever you want to call those, that is fairly Inferno orange, I believe.
You should bring up the models. Can you bring up
I'm
the
working
models?
on it. It's scrolling. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, look at that Inferno orange.
It's so good. So good.
Yep, so those are some of the new colors coming. To a store near you! Little touch. They are black. Make those gloves black. Because I think it's just going to work a little bit better.
Trotsky DM asks if Monpok is pre-painted. No, it is not.
Nope.
They come unassembled and unpainted so that you can hobby the hell out of them and make them look the way you want them to.
I'm going to go ahead and say, my excitement for painting Monpok on Get Your Paint On.
Through the roof.
Through the roof.
And if I have my way, and I usually do because I'm very persuasive, you should all know this by now, but if I have my way, we will be doing some Monpok painting on Get Your Paint On mid or late May. Maybe earlier.
Like, I already have my guard color scheme picked out.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Like, so Jordan painted a lot of those guard units that are in that photo, right?
He painted all the guard.
Okay, so that semi-metallic blue he achieved.
Yep.
Oh my God, that looks so good.
It's real easy.
I'm actually going back to that picture for a second.
The best part is that's real easy.
Yeah, I watched him do it. Like, I was like, this is magic. And then I saw him doing it. I'm like, okay, it's not magic. It's actually really simple. I'm like, I'm going to go do that. Yeah. I mean, normally I like to go a slightly different way with my projects than studio, just because I like them to be my dudes. My army, my way. However, the guard, just the way they pop and that, like, just that awesome comic book feel, like, just nailed it.
Yeah, that's a real easy recipe. We will be showing that off. We will be showing off some alternate color schemes. We'll be showing off some, I don't know, just a couple. I got ideas. Trust me, I got a list of things I want to do for Monpok on Get Your Paint On. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me.
And no, Jeff, sadly, today is not mid or late May.
No.
Solitary Duo says, Boiler Black, new paint's coming out? Yes, soon.
Soon.
Not super soon, but soon-ish.
Soon enough.
Soon enough.
Still gotta get all my chickens in a row. As my grandpappy was once to say.
Justin says, blue glaze over metallic silver. I use it on my Signar.
Yes, to some extent, that is awesome, and it works, but that's not what we did.
I was doing it a slightly different way, which is mixing radiant platinum into my blue. Just a little.
Trust us, we've got an angle.
It involved blending. She's looking really good. And because of that,
Not bad for an hour.
I have so far let you go 20 minutes over.
Oh, are we over?
Oh yeah, but I was digging what you were doing. So, and we were talking about Monpoc and other cool dope stuff, so. But it is that time.
Boo!
Fairly shortly here, we are going to have to go.
Okay, she's about 70% done.
But we will return. You can join us every Tuesday for the weekly Rumble, in which we have different Privateer Press staff play some awesome games. And I have something special lined up for Tuesday. I'm just waiting to make sure I get all the pieces for it, and that's going to be awesome. Wednesday is the Dev Hangout, sometimes the Lore Hangout. Just depends who I've got handy to just talk about all kinds of different cool stuff going on here at Privateer Press. And then, of course, every Thursday is Get Your Paint On with Mr. Dallas Kemp, sometimes Mr. Brendan Roy, sometimes Danny Samuels. We haven't gotten Jordan Lamb on here yet. Soon. Other than that, folks, please make sure that you come join us at Lock and Load, pplockandload.com. Get your tickets, register for events, all that good stuff.
All that stuff.
And, of course, keep painting.
And here's Boiler Black.
Boom.
Look at Boiler Black.
Look at it.
It's semi-metallic black. Black, black, black.
Anything
Is that
else?
it?
That's it. Anything else, Dallas?
Remember P3 Grandmasters coming to Lock and Load?
Mm-hmm. They added the bust category.
We added the bust category. I'm super glad that the bust is its own category. So the Grandmasters coming to Lock and Load. The Grandmasters coming to Gen Con. You should enter. You should come Gen Con. And you should come Lock and Load. You should definitely come Lock and Load. And watch all the shows that John just mentioned.
And also, because busts is now a category for the P3 Grandmasters, all of our busts are available on the web store. So even if they were limited, they are, at least for now, available on the web store. Store.privateerpress.com.
Do not hesitate.
Because I don't know how long that will last.
Yeah, get your bust. Other than that, patience, practice, perseverance, as always. I'm your host, Dallas. This is Get Your Paint On. And John?
We will see you next time.
Play the drums. Wait, wrong show.
I got no drums. Wrong show.
That's not the drums. I don't know how the drums go.